welcome back. In this lecture, we'll focus on using Discord with Midjourney. First, select option settings, so /s settings. When you press enter, you will see different options we can have control over, right? So first one is the raw mode. Second is the stylized level of your picture. So you can go from very low to very high. As well, you can use specific prompt. If you look, you will see this -s space to 50, which means it probably is the stylized matte. Okay. Also, you have the personalization options, which is mostly available for paid plans. You have public mode, you can disable that. If you have the private server, also you have the variation mode. And on the bottom, we'll have the turbo mode, fast mode, and the relax mode. It depends on your plan. In most cases, fast mode is absolutely enough. Okay, and let's just try to create very random, simple picture, right? As well, I'm going to use this Midjourney model 6. You can use different models like the older one. As well, you have the Niji model, which I'm going to show you in a second, which can create anime, cartoon, more likely styles of the images. But we'll start with the newest one, which is 6.1, okay? And just type /imagine, and now you will see this prompt window. And here you can create your prompt. So it's up to your imagination. You can create basically anything you want. However, there are some rules how to describe it. So try to be very precise with your prompt. For example, if you want to have more detailed pictures, it needs to be very clear information for the Midjourney AI. So for example, here I want a cat plays football, right? That's quite wide, but in the same time, I want to have this cat on a specific environment. So I typed on Wembley Stadium. And there is just one variation I want to add. I want specific ratio of our image. So how we can do it? You need to create a space between the last prompt word, double minus, AR, which is for screen ratio, space, and then just type the ratio you want, like 4:3, maybe 2:3. I'd like to have 16:9. And once you press enter, the Midjourney will start to create your image. And you are going to get 4 different versions of your image. And we can work with each of them later and just modify them, create the variation of them, or maybe just upscale them and download. It's just up to you. Okay, so this is what we are going to get. It's quite interesting. However, we selected the model 6, so it will be most likely more realistic style of the picture. Okay, there we go. Once you click it, you will have the preview of them. As you can see, I didn't specify the ball. I just decided to type football. So Midjourney didn't actually create exactly what I wanted, but that's the way how it works, right? So what we can do now, we can go back to the settings, and I'm going to change the model to Niji model V6 just to show you how different will be the creation of the picture right now. So we can just copy the prompt, including our screen ratio parameters, just paste it, and when you press enter, it will create our new version of 4 pictures, but this time they will be created with this Niji model V6. So let's just take a look. Okay, it looks quite interesting. The first image actually includes the Wembley Stadium. However, again, I didn't specify, so it's kind of created the football, but not really like European football, but more like a style of the American football. And now you have different options. So below your images, you will see U and V options. The U is basically upscaling. So U1 upscale picture 1, U2 picture 2, etc. Second option is the variation. So let's try that one. So when I click the variation, Midjourney will basically create the 4 variation of the picture you selected. So in that case, I selected the first picture. As well, we have option to rerun the whole creation. Okay, let's take a look. It's actually quite interesting. There's still a lot of, let's say, hallucinations. For example, we have t-shirt for this cat, something we didn't ask for. Also, you can see the preview in the browser of this picture, and you can zoom in to see the quality of it. It's very hard to get the perfect picture of the first try. So usually you will create few different versions of the same image before you will be happy with the result. So let's say I'm going to upscale the last version. And once you upscale, click the upscale, you will see different options. Again, you will have option to vary. You have option to upscale subtle or more creative. As well, you have option to zoom out. That's something I wanted to show you because that's very interesting. So what Midjourney will create, it will basically zoom out the picture and will create the area around our picture. So we'll try to compile it into one picture, similar way like you can do it right now, for example, in Photoshop software. You can do the same with the left, right, up and bottom side of the picture. As well, you can like any creation, so you will have easier access later on in your library. So as you can see, this actually created very interesting version. I like the first one. Just the logo is not really good part, but it is as it is. As well, we can vary. So let's try the very strong option and let's just take a look what we are going to get as a final result. Okay, that's quite interesting. As you can see, we have a lot of hallucination. The position of the ball is correct, but again, you need to try different prompt. You need to be more precise to get exactly what you want. In the next lecture, I will show you how to use blend and describe option, which is quite interesting. So you can use the real picture and, for example, blend them with the version you will create in Midjourney. As well, I prepared the list of the most important parameters which you can use at the end of the prompt. And see you in the next lecture.